Heaven's California.
Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another FIFA 18 trading video, and today what we're going to be doing is going to be going through the investments that I'm going to be making for this team of the season this week, and what I would invest in and what I would tell you guys to go and invest in as well. But quickly having a look at the team of the season, we got Herdetsky, we got Hummels, Naldo, Kimmich, Vendel, Rodriguez, Goretzka, Bailey, Lewandowski, Müller, Batshuayi. We got Pavlenka, I think that is, down there. Sané. We got Max, very decent right back. We got Keita, Caliguri, Royce, Peterson, Gnabry, Hazard, Uta, Werner, and Grotzka. I don't know how to pronounce that. But from these cards, we can already see here that there's a couple of the cards that we were talking about yesterday that were going to be, that could go up in price if they're in the team of the season. Some of these being Herdecki, Naldo, Hummels, Kimmich, Vendel, Rodriguez. Not Rodriguez. We got Goretzka there, Bailey. Who else? We got Keita. We got Werner, Hazard. You know, there's a good amount of players there that we could be having a look at getting in on. But we're going to load up Ultimate Team here. I'm going to try and find my tablet wherever I left that. I think it could possibly still be on the bed. Here it is. Okay, because I like to use this for just doing stuff. Union Jack kit, obviously, I'm recording this today at about 3:30, just before the start of the coverage for the FA Cup and just after the coverage has ended for the Royal Wedding. So we will get that Union Jack kit, even though we don't really play Ultimate Team that often now. I'd look at the Team of the Week, but the Team of the Week looks pretty stacked. But there's just not really any players that are going to be worth anything, really. So we're just going to go straight in to some of the stuff that I've already been picking up. So, I picked up some Herdekis. Yesterday he was at 2.6k. Still at 2.6k. Is this a good buy for a Bundesliga goalkeeper? Well, I'm going to have a look on FUTBin. I'm just going to go over to FIFA 18 players. I'm going to have a look at Herdetsky. I think that's how you pronounce it. Herdetsky. My apologies if that's the incorrect pronunciation. But there's a couple here, look, for 2.3k. But what you want to have a look at for each thing, we're going to have to think about the requirements. We're looking at the overall of that team this season. Very similar overall to the Premier League. If not, the players are worse overall, but they're better upgrades. So it feels more rewarding to get one. Obviously, Herdecki's had like a jump of like +6 with his, I think his man of the match is about an 87 rated special card. So I would put a pretty good amount of money on it. There's going to be an 83 rated, 2 Bundesliga players, and about 70 to 85 chemistry requirement, which is okay. You know, that's not a bad thing. We're going to go to goalkeeper. The reason why I don't think it'd be an 84 is because if for the quality of the players here, I just don't think it's going to be viable enough for them to put in an 84 rating. I think it'll be an 83 or 82. I don't think it'll be an 82. I think it's too good for an 82. If we see any Ligue 1 or Calcio, especially the Ligue 1, could be, I mean, it's got the top rated PSG players. So I think all the rest now will probably be an 83 rated here. But the problem with investing in goalkeepers, like I said the other time, all other players will generally rise more. And this is why. There's different formations that will suit different players. For example, obviously there's a lot of formations in the game. If we were to have a formation that came out, and say they just did a standard 4-4-2, it doesn't matter regardless of what formation they use, every formation is going to have a goalkeeper, and every formation is going to have... I mean, everything is always going to need just the one goalkeeper. There's never going to need 2 goalkeepers. It's never going to need 3 goalkeepers. It's only ever going to need 1 goalkeeper. Now, usually players that tend to rise the most are wingers, because there's formations that won't. There's only 3 at the back formations that won't use right backs and left backs, which is why right backs and left backs, if it hits on Sunday, I wouldn't take the risk. I would say I will probably pick up a few left and right backs, just because I like taking risks. I'm a risk taker and all that. If you don't have the coins to spare that you could lose money on, don't do it. But if it comes to Sunday and these guys are in there, I would sell on Monday. I always sell things on the day after. With gold, I mean, possibly hang on to the ones that are in the team of the season. Guys like Bailey, guys like Hazard, because I think their price could very well come up, and that is that'd be pretty nice if it did come up, but I'm not sure if it will or not, so we'll have to wait for that. So looking at goalkeepers here then, the Bundesliga generally has quite a few goalkeepers on hand. Now the reason why I'm looking at Bundesliga players in specific, I would like to think that these guys are going to rise the most. Obviously, any card that is 82 to 84 overall, honestly, will rise up. You know, you could go into the Premier League and pick some guys up. But generally today, I'm just going to be looking at Bundesliga players. Like last week, I looked at the La Liga players, because they were the guys that at the end of the week made me the most money, because obviously they're needed in the SBC. The other guys are going to be cheaper, so if you're on a lower budget, I would go for guys outside the Bundesliga, because I think you'll be able to pick more of them up and you'll be able to make some more profit off of it. Obviously there's a few 82s and stuff that you cast your memory back to the Premier League SBC when it was 83 rated. They went up quite a bit, and their price is pretty high. Now, obviously, if I was to sit here and talk about every 82 to 84 rated player in the game, I'd be here for a good hour and a half, and we don't want that. So I'm just going to focus on Bundesliga players. As I said, go ahead and use FootBin. Have a look at 82 to 84 rated players from each league. Have a look what their price was on the daily graph from the Premier League, especially if you're on 82s. 82 rated can be very, very good investments. And I'd probably pick quite a few up myself. So, the Bundesliga goalkeepers. We've got quite a few that are able to be used. We've got, if we're basing it on 83, we've got Fairman, we've got Horn, Burki, Herdeshki, Baumann, and where is Jarstein? Jarstein is probably a little cheaper, right? Yep, we got Jarstein there, another Baumann again, and then Jan Sommer. So the cheapest gold... I need to change this to all gold, because otherwise it's going to get very, very confusing. Here we go. So we've got, so the cheapest one right now is actually Jan Sommer at 2k according to FootBin. Now our Herdeshki is at 2.4k. Remember, Herdeshki isn't going to be in packs, so if you're going to pick up any Bundesliga goalkeepers, Herdeshki could be a good shout. Otherwise, what I'll be doing is going through every 82 to 84 rated Bundesliga player later on tonight after lightning rounds. After it's going to bring down their price a bit more, because nobody really is... the only people that are going to be getting is investing. And let's be honest, a lot of the FIFA community doesn't do a lot of investing. A lot of these people will go out, buy FIFA points, and will just slam loads of coins into these guys, and they just won't care. Especially if they're just FIFA point whores, and they'll go and get loads of FIFA points. So, Herdeshki could be a decent buy. But I'm going to be getting one of each of the, as I said, one of each. If you can afford the coins, one of each of all the players in the Bundesliga from 84 to 82 rated, put them in your club. If they rise a lot, go ahead and sell them. If they don't, you go and throw them into the SBC. Okay, go and throw them into the SBC. Obviously, make sure if you're looking to do all 3 SBCs this week, make sure you're at least prepared for Sunday and Tuesday, as we're pretty sure what we know we already know what they're going to generally be like. On Wednesday, it's a little tricky to invest in. You know, last week they needed a Team of the Week 84 rated side with a Team of the Week player in. Did it bump up Team of the Week prices? Not really. To be honest, it didn't really bump them up probably as much as EA were expecting to, so I'm not too sure what that rest of the world was. To be honest, I didn't bother doing the rest of the world because for how much it was going to cost me to do that, I already had Team of the Seasons in the club that I could use for the Team of the Season, so it didn't really bother me too much. So goalkeeper-wise, I would say Herdecki is a pretty decent, pretty nice investment there. Let's move on to the next position. Right backs, right wing backs. There's every possibility that EA could use a right wing back formation. However, I don't think they will because it just doesn't really make any sense. So, obviously, we got Kimmich and Caligiuri in the team of the season. Kimmich's price is probably going to be quite expensive. I'm guessing Kimmich right now is set at, well, his 84 is at 8.3, his 81 is at 6k. Lucas Piszczek is at 5.3k, and then there really is no one else here that is worth a tuppence compared to them. What is this going to mean? Well, let's have a look at Joshua Kimmich's price. He's currently set at 8.3k, and you might be sitting there thinking, well, what is the profit margin on that? Kimmich's top buy it now range is 12,000 coins. Now, he isn't going to be in packs, so there isn't going to be any more Kimmich on the market. It's going to be hard to snipe him because there isn't any on the market going to be getting put up. So, personally, I would avoid Joshua Kimmich. Even though, if there's a right back that's needed in the formation, him and Piszczek are probably going to be sat at the top of their buy it now range because people just go ahead and buy him. You know, they won't look at other leagues and stuff. They go, oh, we need Bundesliga players. I can't be asked for the chemistry. I'll just go and get a whole Bundesliga team and spend far too many coins. And I'll be out of profit. And out of pocket as well. So Kimmich is a bit of an interesting one. If I was going to get a right back, obviously I'd go lean more towards Piszczek. Now, obviously, as I said, right back is risky. Because if EA throw in a 5 at the back, or possibly even a 3 at the back, then this could be... It could be difficult. Okay, it could be difficult to make any coins on them. Because if the first SBC comes, Piszczek isn't needed. Everyone will mass flood the market with their Piszczeks. And his price right now, 5.3k, could indeed half in price. And then when he goes back and rises back up in price again, he might not be as expensive as he could have been. Now, the likeliness of EA choosing a 3 at the back is... Well, there's only, 4 3-back formations. Now, obviously, if they don't choose one that needs right back or full backs, then nobody's going to want to go ahead and get Piszczek out of position and off chemistry. So, if you have the coins and you're prepared to take that risk, Piszczek, it's a high reward, but it's also a high risk as well. Because he could cap at 10k. So say you go and get... I wouldn't... If you were completely ballsy, you could go, you know what? I'm just going to fill my transfer list with Piszczeks. It's going to cost me 530,000 coins, or around the 550,000 mark. If I go and I get... And he's in that formation, it comes to Sunday, Monday, I could flip that into nearly 1 million coins. But if it comes to Tuesday and he still isn't needed, I'm losing about 2 or 3k a card. One of them things where you either do it or you don't. It's ballsy, it's a decent move, but again, it's ballsy. Moving on then, we're going to go to centre backs. Apologies if the video is going to go a little bit longer. I want to make sure you guys have the best idea of what I'm going to be investing in and what you guys can invest in alongside me as well, because I'm only going to be investing in players to sell, which are going to be from the Bundesliga. I'll pick up cards from the rest of the leagues as well, just to throw into my club, but I'm not going to be going extremely ham on them, because Again, they're useful if I want to use them in the SBCs, but if I'm not going to use them in the SBCs and they don't go up in price, I'll probably just hang on to them to the next week. But centre-backs then. We've had Naldo, we've had Hummels, and Salif Sana. I think they're the 3 centre-backs from this Team of the Week, or this TOTS. In terms of centre-back prices, we've got Naldo there. He's got an 82 and 84 rated card. Naldo, his, however, it's 9.6k, and I know his max bite now is 13,000 coins. So Naldo, for me, isn't a great move. The same with Sula. Sula's 83 and 84 rated card is at 8.2k. Again, probably not something I'm going to want to be picking up. If I'm going to invest in a centre-back, it's going to be Omar Toprak. Toprak looks like the best one for me. He's currently sat at 5.5k. Not sure how accurate that is. It was only updated 29 minutes ago. Obviously, he's still going to be in packs. You know, he's capped. When it came to Wednesday, his highest price was 6.2k. When it came to the Premier League, 2 weeks ago? He was at... Well, was that 2 weeks ago? Would it have been for the Premier League? Yeah, it would have been for the Premier League, because this Thursday was for La Liga. So, yeah, that would have been for the Premier League on the Thursday. He was up at 6.6k, and that wasn't even needed Bundesliga player. So, if I was going to invest in a centre-back, it would definitely be Omar Toprak. I think Toprak is a decent little player there. Don't know how he plays in game. Haven't really touched the Bundesliga this time around. But Toprak looks decent. Any 82s, I think Jonathan Tah could be a decent move as well. I missed him out yesterday. He's the only 82 rated centre-back. He's currently set at 4.5k. So Jonathan Tah and Omar Toprak, 2 good centre-backs, 2 good investments. I think they're the 2 I would personally recommend if you're going to get in on. Go ahead and get in on them. Left backs then. This is where a lot of people were thinking, what are EA going to do about this? Because there isn't really much choice for left backs in the La Liga. You've got Vendel, who's obviously not in packs at the moment. He got a team of the season, and we got Philip Max, who's in the team of the season. You go from an 86, which is David Alaba. He's currently 17,000 coins. Or you have to go all the way down to Bernat, Schmelzer, and Vendel, who are at 79 and 80 and 77 rated. So really, for me, I don't think left backs are that great of an investment. I mean, if left backs are needed, then Schmelzer could go up in price. So if you want to take the risk and pick up a couple of Schmelzer, go ahead and take that risk. As I said, I'll at least have one in the club. I might schmooze around a couple more. David Alaba is also a very good example. Cast your memory back to last week. Felipe Luis was at a very similar price to David Alaba, and he went up. But that was because Felipe Luis was in the team of the season. David Alaba isn't in the team of the season. So Schmelzer really, the only real option right there that stands out to me that goes, this could be decent for an investment. Now we're going to have a look at our central players then. Quite a good few central players in the team of the season, obviously. Royce, Goretzka, Rodriguez, Keita. Is that about it? And we have this guy, the Gigoritish. A lot of special cards. A lot of special cards in the Bundesliga for the central players. So here we go. So again, there isn't really much option when it comes to central players in the Bundesliga. The problem is with the Bundesliga, there aren't that many 82 to 84 rated players, so these guys could go up even more just because there isn't that much of a selection. We've got Goretzka, he's 83, currently sat at 6.7. He's 82, he's sat at 5.7. Now I think I did actually go ahead and pick a couple of these guys up yesterday. Can't remember what price I actually got them for. Let's have a look. I got mine for 6.8k. So yeah, that's a decent price of Goretzka right now. I'm pretty sure he's capped at 10k, right? Yeah, so he could go up to 10,000 coins. If he's needed in on, he could definitely reach that. Then we got Naby Keita, a little bit of a lesser investment, but Again, his price hasn't really changed from yesterday. 4.8k. You need central players. His price will definitely go up. Shinji Kagawa at 3.4k. He isn't in the team of the season, but his price could definitely go up. His price graph, not really the best. Let's have a look here. You guys can't see what I'm doing on the screen, but there isn't anything you really need to know. This has been his highest price for Kagawa, but we've never needed Bundesliga players. So again, Kagawa could be one that I might have a look at going in on. Another one, Forsberg, getting lower now, 3.2k. Then we have the 82 rated, who look like pretty good buys right now. We've got the Tolisso, Castro, and Bender, all at what seems to be no more than 3,000 coins. So they could be very good moves as well. Then you've also got Mario Götze there, a centre midfielder, for 1.6k. Could he be a decent little investment? Again, you've also got Weigl and Sabitzer. You've got a few decent players there, but again, you choose, and I kind of wouldn't go anything for less than 1,000, for anything less than 82 rated, just to be safe. Then we also have the left-hand sided players then. Left-hand sided players in the Bundesliga, obviously we got two of them who could very well be good investments. We got Leon Bailey and Thorgan Hazard both in the team of the season. We have Marco Reus at 18k, Ribéry at 14k. Then we have Entep, who's only a 7. Probably, I'm guessing Entep's price is up because he's changed club. Let me just see. Yeah, his price has changed because he's at a different club. So Entep isn't actually 6.7k. It's just because he's at a different club now. He's actually gone to, I think it's Saint Etienne. We got Thorgan Hazard at 3.9k, and then we have Bailey at 2.4k. Thorgan Hazard and Bailey, even though Bailey's only an 81 rated, there isn't really much other option for the wing. If we have a 3 at the back formation, say they were to throw that in, maybe a 3-4-3 or one that needs anything that isn't the 3-4-1-2 or the 3-5-2. If it's the 3-4-2-1 or the 3-4-3, you're going to need two wingers, which means Bailey and Thorgan Hazard are the only real ones. You might be able to get away with Salomon Kalou, but again, I don't think you will be able to. So Hazard and Bailey are decent prices. I got mine yesterday at 4,000 coins. Hazard is currently at 4,000. Now I'm going to be, 3.9, and I got mine for 4,000. Now I'm going to be filling this up. Okay, if you're sat there and you're by the end of today, going into tomorrow, and your transfer list is not filled with 100 items, then you're missing out on profit. You're definitely missing out on profit. Invest as many coins as you want, because you'll get the coins back, I can guarantee you that. Moving on to the next formation then, or the next set of players, we've got the right-hand sided players. Again, wingers in the Bundesliga, we don't have the greatest amount of options. We've got Ian Robben, who's at 23,000 coins. And then we're going all the way down to Karim Bellarabi, who's at 3.4k. Kingsley Coman, who's at 2.9k. We've also got Yarmolenko, who's at 1.7k. Again, your only real options are them three to keep the rating up. We've also got the 79 rated Coman, but again, his rating seems a little bit too low. And the 80 rated Thorgan Hazard, again, his price seems a little bit too low. Or his card just seems low. So again, if I'm going to invest in anyone there, it's going to be Bellarabi. It's going to be the Coman. The Yarmolenko's a bit of a difficult one. He'll probably rise. I just don't know how much he'll rise up to. Then we have the centre forwards and the strikers. These guys can be slower risers, just because we have a lot of them that are in. Or we have normally most formations only need one striker. There aren't many in the game that need two. Obviously, all your 4-3-3s only need the one. And, you guys know your formations. But we've got Lewandowski, Müller, Batshuayi, Werner, and Serge Gnabry all in the team of the season. As well as Pettersson and Mark Uth. That's pretty decent. But again, we have a lot of special strikers in the Bundesliga. So I'm going to actually have to go to the next page Let's have a look here. We got Thomas Muller there, 18,000 coins for him. Still going down. Okay, here we go. We found them. So, what have we got? We've got Timo Werner. He's 82 and 83 rated cards, 5.4 and 6.7k respectively. We've then got Mario Gomez at 2.3k and his Wolfsburg card at 2.7k. We've got Lars Stindl at 2.4k. But there's actually quite a lot of 82 rated centre forwards that can definitely be decent investments here. We've also got Max Kruse. He's at 2,000 coins. Pretty decent on him. I'm pretty sure there's another one. Where's Stindl? Did we see Stindl? I'm pretty sure we had a couple more in our concept squad. In our Bundesliga 2 one. These are the ones. We got Kruse, Stindl and Raphael. So all of these cards here could be very decent investments. You've also got the Bruma on the left hand side as well. That's actually his ones to watch, which is probably why it's a little expensive, but it's basically the same card. But that is going to be the end of this one then, guys. That is my Bundesliga Team of the Season investment guide. I'll be catching up with you on Monday's video. Obviously tomorrow is Subscriber Sunday. For any of you that are new around here, I do have a day during the week where I basically make a video which is going to be more entailed for more broaden my horizons for a wider audience. I think that's what I'm trying to get around to saying. So I will be able to catch up with you on Monday once I've sold a lot of these guys, or might not have sold them, held on to them. We're learning. We know kind of when these things are going to be up and when they're going to be down. So hopefully we should be able to make some decent profit on that. But that is where I'm going to end it. If you did enjoy it and you've learned anything from this video, if it has helped you in any way, shape or form, please remember to drop a like on it. If it hasn't, then drop a dislike so you can basically let me know what I've done wrong. Also, leave a comment if you have any questions about the team of the season or any things that you see tonight and you go, should I pick this up? Come and ask me and I'll tell you if I think it's a decent price or not. If you're new around here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and smash that bell as well next to the subscribe button, because sometimes YouTube will only put my video into sub boxes that have the notifications on. So if you don't want to miss an upload, then please go ahead and do that too. I've been David, this has been Free for 18, and I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.